It's ranking time! Let's talk about the top 10 smartest people in history. I will show you which were the scientific visionaries and artists who left their mark on the history of human civilization. Did you know that Nikola Tesla could have had an IQ of up to 310 points? Or that the visualization area of Einstein's brain was larger than normal? So, let's meet the best scientists in history. We'll get started right after our opening theme. I said, our opening theme? I don't know what's going on with it this time, folks. So, my old sports, this is EdDevelop, where you will find the best scientific and similar curiosities. Subscribe and activate the notification bell to enrich your day every time we upload a new video, and consider our Patreon. Find the link below in the description. Now, it is time for the fun parts. So let's see who are the smartest scientists ever. Throughout the history of science, there have been great people who have changed the world forever with their inventions. Let's see who the top 10 scientists in history are. In no particular order, let's meet these great minds. We'll start with Isaac Newton. He was an English scientist born at Woolsthorpe Manor in 1643. He is considered the most crucial person in the history of science because he influenced physics, mathematics, and philosophy. He is also world famous for discovering the laws of gravity and motion. In 1687, he published his most acclaimed work, Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, which has since been called the most influential book in physics. In 1705, he was knighted by Queen Anne of England and became Sir Isaac Newton. Newton made discoveries in optics, motion, and mathematics, and theorized that white light is a composite of all the spectrum colors, and that light is composed of particles. His landmark book on physics contains information on almost all of its essential concepts, except energy, and ultimately helped explain the laws of motion and the theory of gravity with mathematician Gottfried Leibniz. Newton is credited with developing the fundamental theories of calculus, which are an integral part of modern mathematics. Albert Einstein. You probably know this German scientist. Born in Germany in 1879, he is best known for developing the theory of relativity, one of the two theories that form the basis of our modern understanding of physics. He was also involved in developing nuclear fission, which gave him mixed feelings when applied to nuclear weapons, particularly the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The exact IQ of scientific genius Albert Einstein has never been determined because he never took the test, but experts in the field estimate it to be between 160 and 190. Crazy old sport. Modern researchers argue that Einstein could have scored high given the skills he demonstrated in his work, pointing to Einstein's famous thought experiment in which he visually imagined chasing a beam of light. This, along with the discovery in the 1990s that the part of Einstein's brain that processes three-dimensional visualization is significantly larger than in other people, suggests that Einstein had a great talent for spatial reasoning. Galileo Galilei. He was an Italian scientist born in 1564, astronomer, philosopher, engineer, mathematician, and physicist. He's considered one of the most brilliant people in history and the father of science, contributing great ideas in various fields. He is known for developing the telescope and the law of motion. He made critical, fundamental contributions to the sciences of motion, astronomy, strength of materials, and the development of the scientific method. His formulation of inertia, the law of falling bodies, and parabolic trajectories marked the beginning of a fundamental change in the study of motion. In addition, his discoveries with the telescope revolutionized astronomy and paved the way for the acceptance of Copernicus's heliocentric system, which held that the Earth revolved around the sun. However, his defense of this system and his view that the Bible contained errors eventually led to an inquisition against him that resulted in him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Hey, wait! Now's the time! Subscribe to the channel to be entertained while learning. It's free! Charles Darwin. He was a British scientist born in the bush in 1809. Charles Robert Darwin is considered the father of the theory of evolution, one of the most important and transcendental scientific theories in human history. Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace proposed the concept of natural selection as the basis for the evolution of all species that have lived and live on our planet. There's a great deal of evidence to support their theory that the species that have populated and continue to populate our planet, including the human species, have evolved over time by passing on to their descendants various genetic variations that, if favorable, have provided them with advantages in surviving in a changing environment. Quite an interesting theory. What do you think? Marie Curie. Marie Salomea Sklodowska-Curie, better known as Marie Curie or Madame Curie, was a French naturalized Polish physicist and chemist born in 1867. Famous for her work in radioactivity, she won 2 Nobel Prizes, one in physics in 1903 and one in chemistry in 1911, and is one of the few to have won the most prestigious scientific award twice. The discovery of radioactivity by Henry Becquerel in 1896 inspired Marie and her husband, fellow scientist Pierre Curie, in their brilliant analytical research that led to the isolation of polonium, named after Marie's country of birth, and radium, the key chemical element in nuclear medicine. They developed methods for separating radium from radioactive waste in sufficient quantities to allow its characterization and careful study of its properties, particularly its therapeutic and medicinal properties. The impact of this work in shaping the modern world is undeniable, and that's why she is one of the most brilliant minds in the history of humanity. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking, born in Great Britain on January 8, 1942, was a genius physicist who spent his life unraveling the mysteries of the universe, and was hailed by experts as the brightest star in modern cosmology. He was also the author of A Brief History of Time, one of the most popular science books ever. Stephen Hawking's IQ is 160, and he belongs to an ultra-exclusive group of geniuses, because only 0.003% of the world's population achieves such a high score. A physicist educated at Oxford and Cambridge universities, Hawking's work has spanned many fields, from exploring the origins of the universe to exploring the potential of space travel to the mystery behind black holes. And despite a severe physical disability, he is compensated with great intellectual strength. Almost all of Stephen Hawking's life was spent in a wheelchair due to the motor neuron disease the genius physicist suffered from the age of 21. Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla's IQ is not exactly known, but it is estimated to be between 160 and 310 points. Tesla was a true genius that history seems to have forgotten, and many people only know him because his name is used by an electric car manufacturer. The Croatian-born engineer could speak 8 different languages: Serbo-Croat, English, Czech, German, French, Hungarian, Italian, and Latin. He developed alternating current technology and invented the generator, the FM radio, the first hydroelectric power plant, and even initiated a wireless power transmission project. He also possessed the ability to read books and newspapers while memorizing them, using all the information he acquired as an internal library available at his beck and call. As a result, he did not trace the drawing of his inventions, but worked from an image or memory in his head. Nikola was like a computer. Leonardo Da Vinci, Italian painter, draftsman, sculptor, architect, and engineer, whose genius of 205, perhaps more than that of any other figure in his time. He personified the humanist ideal of the Renaissance by demonstrating it in his Last Supper and The Smooth Monkey, which will be among the most popular and influential paintings of the Renaissance. His studies show that he had an exceptionally detailed perception of the world as depicted in his anatomical drawings, developing definite principles of graphic representation that offer an accurate demonstration of the object in question. His writings reveal a spirit of scientific inquiry and mechanical ingenuity centuries ahead of his time, and the unique fame Leonardo enjoyed during his lifetime has remained intact to this day. It is largely based on his boundless thirst for knowledge. Tell me, my old sports, what is your favorite Da Vinci work? Don't forget to mention it in the comments. Carl Sagan. Born in New York in 1934, he was an American astronomer. Carl Sagan's IQ is 170. He studied at the University of Chicago, where he received his doctorate in astronomy and astrophysics in 1960. He was then a professor at the University of Berkeley, Harvard University, and from 1968 at Cornell University. In 1970, he became director of the Center for Planetary Studies. A regular collaborator of NASA, he designed the radiotelegraphic messages sent into space by the Pioneer 10 and 11 probes to contact possible extraterrestrial civilizations. He opposed the proliferation of nuclear weapons, warning of their dangers, and was a prolific science fiction writer, winning a Pulitzer Prize in 1978 for The Dragons of Eden, speculations on the evolution of human intelligence. Although he gained fame and popularity for his work Cosmos, which was made into a television series in 1980 and was a worldwide success. Richard Feynman. What I cannot create, I cannot understand. Richard Phillips Feynman was born on May 11, 1918 in Queens, New York. He is an American physicist known for his work in quantum mechanics and particle physics. For his contributions to quantum mechanics, Feynman shared the 1965 Nobel Prize with Shinichiro Tominaga and Julian Schwinger. Feynman developed a graphical system known as Feynman diagrams. Feynman diagrams are a tool for representing interactions between elementary particles. They were originally developed to describe electron-photon interactions, but are now used to represent a wide range of particle interactions. Simply put, Feynman is one of the greatest minds we have ever known. Let me know in the comments which of these brilliant minds is your favorite. That's all for today, my old sports. Don't forget to hit the like and share. See you in the next video.